Yo, what's good, folks? I am your host, Lex Black. You're tuning in to the Midnight Arcade. This is episode 5. I'm so excited to be here with you guys. We got a really good one. But before we get into all the shenanigans, right, I ask of you this. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified anytime I drop that heat. Yes, sir. So today's episode, we're going to be talking about Chapter 64 of the lovely Boruto universe, all right? We're not going to talk about it until after the jump. Ah, man. All right. What did I tell you, okay? I told y'all on episode 3 that if you're sharp enough and you can develop quick thinking counter strategies to combat Code's main jutsu, you can put him on the back foot. And the back foot is exactly where he lived like this whole fight between himself and Boroshiki. We did learn, however, that his brand of teleportation jutsu is definitely something to be wary of, and he knows how to use it pretty damn well. Boruto's attempt to absorb the claw marks was a pretty sensible idea on paper, but Kawaki then goes on to explain that due to Code's iron from his blood infused into the chakra, it makes it impossible for it to be absorbed by any kind of karma-based abilities, right? Now, what I find really interesting about that is, like, a few chapters prior, right? When asked about what Code's abilities are, Kawaki was like, I don't know. I highly doubt it's Kawaki playing both sides of the fence, and I really put the onus on the
freaking writers, man.
I put it on the writers. Y'all. Anyway, I was really excited to see this tit for tat exchange between Code and Boroshiki. And one of my favorite sequences, which continues to prove my point, that styles make fights, all right? If you don't know what I mean, tune into episode 3 to refer to exactly what I mean. But to prove my point that styles make fights is the part in the battle when Code emerges from one of Boruto's clones, partially. Now, let's talk about the clones for a second. Seems to be a point of discussion among many in the chatosphere, if you will. Chatosphere, don't mind me. That when Boruto did Shadow Clone Jutsu, all of his clones were not the exact carbon copies of his Boroshiki form number 2. And that could be due to a number of things. It could be, again, the writers, or it could be the fact that Amado's pills are having some strange, weird adverse effects on casting particular jutsu, right? I know we refer back to when Boroshiki surfaced after the Ishiki fight, and he kept cloning himself to avoid getting starched by Amaterasu. But we'll find out, I guess. It's the writers need to really be up on their game, and I'm sure the anime is going to find a way to kind of fill the holes that the writers made, right? For the manga. When I say the writers, I'm referring to the writers from the manga, right? Ikimoto and Kodachi, right? Anyway. What I was saying is one of my favorite sequences was when Code emerges from one of Boruto's clones, partially, right? Only to be fully pulled out from his claw mark, from the claw mark of the clone, entirely by Boruto. Very much to the surprise of Code. The man, like I said, he's been on the back foot this whole fight. And truthfully, it's only because of Code's teleportation jutsu that he barely dodged that vanishing Rasengan. But in that moment as well, he was like, oh, like, damn, like I almost got hit by it. You saw him visibly nervous, and he was clearly relieved that he dodged a proverbial bullet, if you will. This just lends further credence to the point that Boroshiki held his own, and then even when Kawaki decided to join the fight, albeit a little later on, you know, we'll get to that, he realized that talk no jutsu doesn't work for him. Like I said, there's only one, okay? Code makes Boruto and Kawaki aware that despite his initial shock that Boruto wasn't fully transformed, that he wasn't taken over by Momoshiki's consciousness, that he's been made aware that he has some knowledge of Amado's pills. Even though he was like, whoa, like, I can't believe Momoshiki's not taking over this kid's body. He quickly surmised, obviously with the aid of Ada and her intel, and his common sense, the very little that he does have, right? That he figured that it was the work of Amado that allowed Boruto to retain consciousness during his level 2 transformation. And the thing about Code is, like, I don't really think he's that bright, guys. I don't. He seems more driven than he is intelligent, right? Because he refers to the otsutification, if you will, of Boruto, saying it doesn't even matter if you stop at 80%, you're still plenty enough to be fed to the chakra tree and yada, 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 yada. It's like, bruh, If you're to be a diabolical big bad, you gotta have more ambition than that, man. Like, genocide of the planet is okay, but then, all right, now why? Only because you're a religious zealot? Anyway, his goal is kind of lame, if we're gonna be honest, right? After assessing everything again, like I said, I understand that Code is said to be the big bad, but fam, you were getting touched up nice and pretty, okay? There's no mistake about it. You've been getting touched up this whole fight by a transformed teenager, bro. Like, seriously, you're the big bad? Makes me question all the hype surrounding Code, right? And again, as I've reiterated time and time again, I'm an OG Naruto fan, so I'm already looking at this with a little side eye, like, but because it's part of the larger Naruto verse, of course I'm gonna tune in. So anyway, we also see on the flip side of things, Hokage Naruto using Sage Mode to locate Boruto, and I am super geeked up, man, because we're gonna see him in action post Kurama. And if you guys have been tuning into my channel, remember what I said on episode 1, that Naruto post Kurama could actually be more dangerous than he was with Kurama, okay? More dangerous. If you want to watch that, just go on my channel and click on episode 1 and you'll see what I'm saying, because a lot of the information that I revealed in that is relative to this situation here and my analysis of this chapter. And with the Sage Mode, Naruto, he proclaimed himself that it's like an elevated form of it, because Shikamaru was saying, like, I know you can't hold Sage Mode long, and Naruto was like, chill, relax. I can do it much longer now. The Age of Wisdom, or Wisdom of Age Sage Mode. We'll see what that is. Shikamaru wasn't really buying it, but we'll see what that turns out to be. But I also really love the fact that Shikamaru is a writer, straight up. And he's always been like that. You can call him lazy and he always thinks everything's a drag. But when push comes to shove, that man goes to work. And nobody can dispute that, right? And then on top of that, Shikamaru is no pushover. So let's put all these things together, okay? Forgot to add, Sasuke is also on the hunt for Code, but he's like frolicking and wherever. Like, you're Sasuke Uchiha. Come on, man. You are Naruto's Batman. So you should be able to use your deductive capabilities and find Code faster. Again, the writing, man, I got a big problem with it. Either way, right? Think about this. You have Naruto locking in on Boruto's position, right? The sensory team picked up that there's an unidentified chakra signature or energy signature, which Shikamaru quickly surmised that is Code, right? So Shikamaru was riding with Naruto, and he's saying, yo, you got to take it easy, bro, because you don't have Kurama. Even though he didn't really say it like Sasuke did, it's like Naruto has to be feeling like, fam, these people really think I'm sweet out here. I don't really think so. I believe in Naruto, okay? So that's just what it is. So again, we have Naruto, we have Shikamaru that's joining up with Naruto, right? And then we have Sasuke on the way. The reinforcements to add to the fact that Boroshiki is already fighting Code and touching him up. And Kawaki then is like, all right, F this, I'm throwing hands, finally, right? If Code is getting touched up by Boroshiki by himself, what do you think is gonna happen when Naruto shows up? Not even to mention Shikamaru and Sasuke. Code is not leaving there alive. Now, because of narrative purposes, he's going to, right? We all know this. But if this were what we really believe it would be or could be, Naruto, Shikamaru, Sasuke, Boroshiki, Kawaki versus Code, he's done. He's done. He is done. I'm sorry. I'm gonna stand on my statement. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Hey, let me know in the comments section, of course, right? And obviously, like I said, we know Shikamaru is no pushover. So you add the battle IQ, the incredible IQ of Shikamaru, okay? The incredible battle IQs of Naruto and Sasuke, okay? And then you add the other two kids, the brothers, Kawaki and Boroshiki. It's a long night for Code, like I've been saying, all right? Code gonna be in some shit. You heard? But before they take off, Hinata comes out and she's like, yo, I want to ride. I want to find my kid. I want to help you. But for very good reason, okay, Naruto basically says, nah, chill. Like, if something happens to me, I don't want our kids to be orphaned like I was, right? So just stay back with Himawari. I got this. Himawari nervously asked her father, Daddy, are you sure it's going to be okay? And then the dope-ass panel when Naruto turns with Sage Mode, he's like, yo, you know who I am? You know what I mean? Like y'all must have forgot. Like, shout out to Roy Jones Jr. Y'all must have forgot. He let him know, like, I'm me, son. It's me. Still, which is fire. I love that. I love that. But back to the Hinata situation. Yes, She wants to go and ride out. She wants to look for a kid. Who wouldn't? What mother wouldn't in that kind of situation? But then you also got to look at it like this. Naruto is looking after his family. He is Hokage Naruto in that moment. He is Father Naruto in that moment. Okay? He is Leader Naruto in that moment. And he's Common Sense Naruto in that moment. And he's just looking out for his family saying, look, if anything happens to me, I want our kids to at least have their mom still there. I don't want them to live the life that I lived, parentless. You know what I'm saying? And for some weird reason, because Naruto was doing that to look out for his family, there's a lot of y'all out there who are deeming this sexist and giving Masashi Kishimoto some problems for that. A lot of y'all are bored, man. A lot of y'all are real bored. Y'all be just reaching for anything these days, because that is a trash take. The man looking out for his family, but he's sexist? Come on, man. Anyway, Code seems to have Kawaki in his grasp, and he's ready to get away with Kawaki to take him back to meet Ada and, have pseudo negotiations. Then Kawaki just was like, nah, man, Kagemushin no Jutsu. And he gets a little help from Boruto to get out of a pinch from being taken away. And Code is like, bro, you just told me, you're gonna come with me. Why are you switching sides? And Kawaki states, listen, everything I do is for Lord Seventh. I don't give a damn about y'all, all right? Lord Seventh is the only one who showed me any kind of humanity in my entire life. Now that my man's is in, he's beating the brakes off you a little bit. I'm gonna chill over here on this side. I might throw some hands with you too. And then when things are really starting to make a turn for the very interesting, then Boruto, his body starts breaking down. The intensity of the Otsutsufication and its interaction with Amado's pills have adverse effects on him, and he collapses to the ground. After saying, look, cheap tricks ain't gonna work on this guy, so we're gonna have to go all out. And they about to really beat the brakes off Code. And then that happens, because why wouldn't it happen, right? So the chapter pretty much ends. I mean, I know I'm just going off of memory here, but I'm sure it ends around that point. That's pretty much what happened on chapter 64. I, for one, personally believe that if I had it my way, Naruto, Sasuke, and Shikamaru show up in time, they beat the brakes off Code, and that's the end of it. That's the end of the series, right? Nah, but it's not gonna be that way. We all know that. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the comments. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Lex Black. This was just my quick review on my platform, Midnight Arcade. We were reviewing Boruto Chapter 64. Let's see what happens. I, for one, believe that if Naruto soloed Code, like I've been saying, Code will have a long night. He'd be in for a long night. Don't add Shikamaru and Sasuke into the mix. Code's done for, right? So what I think is going to happen is Code is going to be warned by Ada, hey, the big dogs are coming, you gotta go, right? And he's gonna be like, all right, shit, I got a jet. And then he takes off, the big dogs come, they recover their sons, they go back to the village, they gather the intel. Now, this is where I think things are gonna get very interesting, guys. Because now, with Boruto having fought Code one-on-one, and him retaining his consciousness as he was fighting Code one-on-one, he's gonna be able to provide invaluable intel to his dad to say, Dad, this is what he does. He swipes the ground, claws, marks, da-da-da-da. This is where he pops up. This is how he fights. This is his style. This is his pacing. Whatever it is. And Naruto's going to go, okay. He's going to take that into account, and he's going to be ready. Him and Sasuke and everybody else, they're going to be ready for it. And this is where I think Code is going to have a hard time at this point. Limiters be damned. Now, if he gets his limiters off, then that might change the game. But we'll see, man, because to me, I think Code is just, But we'll see. But again, like I said, that's just my opinion. I didn't cover every little specific detail of the chapter. If there's anything else that I missed, and I know there's a lot that I missed, let me know in the comments section. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. I am Lex Black. This is Midnight Arcade episode 5, and we out. Yo.